Today, all in one video, we're going to make a step for here and a railing using just these materials right here. It's going to be step by step and explain exactly how to do it in approximately 2 minutes. First thing we do is we find our center. Mounting a ledger board, just like you would do a deck, we're taking our subtractions. We're going to be a total width of 48. We want to subtract a ½ inch. We have a 1/4 inch overhang, and then 3 inch because we want the 1.5 inch on each side of it. Now we mark dead center on our board with the center line that is on the wall. That's how we know where it's centered. We're going to be using the Hilti gun and the green shots. We're using the green shots because they are the softest, and we're only going into block. If we're going into concrete, which we'll be doing later on, we're going to use the reds or yellows. Now we're adding those 3 inches back on that we cut off of the other one, so that will be a full 47.5 here, and we'll be able to come in with our walls, our side pieces, Our side pieces are both going to be cut to 9.25 inches to give us an 11 total outside to outside. Actually 10 3/4. The 11 is going to be the piece we're putting on top. It's going to be 11 finished. You can see how we screw into one way and then we mount on the side, and that'll give us our finished look. We're using 2x6 pressure treated lumber here, and we're putting a 4x4 post that's going to catch an eventual railing. Yes, this does not read a rail, but the woman wants one, so we're going to do it for her. Pretty easy, pretty basic to do. Now we're going to be putting our joists in between. We're putting this one in to lock in the 4x4 posts, screwing in our bolts, and we're going to be putting washers and bolts on the other side. You have to trim the excess screw to be able to put them on. Now we're marking out for our 16s. We're putting our little joists in. Every 16 inches is just something to fasten the screw top down, or the top of the step down to. As you can see, we're putting the nuts down. You take a wrench or pliers and you fully tighten them and lock that 4x4 post in before we put our 1.5 inch finished piece of this step on our tread. Now we lay out for our tread because we got to cut our 4x4 opening so that we can slide it right over our post. As you can see here, using a combination of a jigsaw and a hacksaw. The hacksaw is one of my favorite tools, actually. It's very convenient. Cutting our opening 4x4, and we're going to slide it right over that pole. We're going to get it all the way down. We're going to tap it with a hammer to make sure it's fastened down. Then we're going to take our hidden fasteners, and we're going to be screwing them in. You could take a square, and run it to make sure you're screwing in a straight line. And here's the completed look of the step. Now we're going to be putting our rail system on. It's very basic. Everything's going to match. Everything's all pressure treated. And here is our finished look. Thanks for watching today, guys. Have a good one.